Okay, we all ready now? All right. I'd like to call the Town Board meeting of September 27th, 2022 to order. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing for a moment of silence to honor those who served our country in the past and for those who continue to protect our country today. Thank you. Please note the emergency exits are the door that you came in and the door behind us. Okay. And I'd like to start with wishing everyone who's celebrating Rosh Hashanah a very happy and healthy new year. And I will run through the agenda. One is the minutes. Number 2 is our budget revisions. Number 3 is establishing the highway garage facilities capital project for when we go to do the renovations at the highway department, starting with the roof. Number 4 is setting the public hearing for a proposal for a local law to override the tax limit for fiscal year 2023. We've done this in the past and we've never utilized it. It's simply procedural in case an extreme emergency situation might arise prior to us accepting the final budget. So we're remaining at the same tax levy as last year, 1.98, no increase from last year. But we don't want to be blindsided in case there's some sort of a major emergency costly fix. And again, it would have to be an emergency that's completely out of the ordinary. So that's number 4. Number 5, we have a correction to reschedule town board meetings from the last one. Number 6 speaks for itself. Number 7 is appoint a town forester. We have a timber law, and as in part of the timber law is to have a town forester available. And we've finally been able to retain the services of Chris Prentice. Number 8 is adopting the town board, the fee schedule that we had the local law for. Number 9 is approving entertainment for the Senior Oktoberfest, which will be Thursday, October 27th from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Rec Park. And the fees are $11 per person for a Town of Beekman resident and $14 for a non-resident or non-senior. And then we have the payment of claims. Okay. Okay, we will have public comment on agenda items. Bill?
Thank you. Bill Crane, 254 Gardner Hollow Road. I speak on number 7, the appointment of a forester. It's been explained to me by Cliff that this is a good idea to have a forester and part of the new timber law. So that's good. I just wondered if you could have it. I tried to find out anything about him, but I couldn't find much online, and about his in terms of a resume or his background. And different foresters, they have technical information, but they also have different attitudes towards trees. And I wondered if would you consider vetting him with the Conservation Advisory Committee?
I'm going to invite him to come to one of Clifford's meetings, and he can come and have a conversation with them.
Okay, but before he's appointed?
No, we have to appoint him because I have a project coming up that we need a forester for. So I have to have a forester.
Could you, okay. Could you say what the project is? Or?
No, I really can't at the moment.
Okay, in the future, it would serve the public better if these weren't done deals before the public speaks. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, Werner?
Okay. Whereas Town Clerk Lorena Batantuano has provided copies of the minutes of the September 13th, 2022 Town Board meeting to all members of the Beekman Town Board, and whereas Town Board members have had the opportunity to review said minutes, now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board hereby accepts the minutes of the September 13th, 2022 Town Board meeting.
I will second that.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Mormon? Aye. And Supervisor Capucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Resolution number 2 deals with budget revisions. Whereas the Town of Beekman's accounting office recommends certain budget revisions based on department requests and/or the accounting office review and analysis of expenditures or revenues. Now therefore be resolved that the following itemized revisions are approved by the Town of Beekman Town Board, identified as budget revision number 2022-09, and it is as follows.
I'll second. Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Mormon? Aye. And Supervisor Capucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Beekman desires to make improvements to the town highway facilities, and whereas the town will establish a capital fund to pay the costs of preliminary engineering studies, and whereas the town is engaging professional consulting firm to conduct such preliminary studies, now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Beekman authorizes the initial appropriation of $250,000 for the establishment of the highway garage facilities improvements capital project with a transfer from the general fund.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Mormon? Aye. Supervisor Capucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the financial advisor has determined that it could be necessary for the town of Beekman to exceed the limit on the amount of real property taxes that may be levied by the town of Beekman for fiscal year 2023. And whereas a proposed local law has been prepared to override the tax levy limit for fiscal year ending in 2023 pursuant to General Municipal Law 3C. Now therefore be it resolved, the town board hereby schedules a public hearing of said local law to be held on October 11th, 2022 at 7 p.m. at Town Hall, 4 Main Street, Pequag, New York, and that the notice of the time and place of such meeting be posted and published once in the Poughkeepsie Journal, a newspaper circulating in the town of Beekman, on the bulletin board in the town clerk's office, as well as the town website, and therefore be it resolved that the town board will accept written comments until 4 p.m. on October 11th.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Mormon?
Aye.
And Supervisor Capucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas at the September 13th, 2022 Town Board meeting, the dates for the rescheduled Town Board meetings were noticed incorrectly. Now therefore be it resolved that the following schedule be observed. Thursday, November 3rd, 2022, Beekman Community Center. Tuesday, November 15th, 2022. Tuesday, December 6th, 2022. Tuesday, December 20th, 2022. And be it further resolved that all meetings, with the exception of the November 3rd, 2022, which will be held at the Community Center at 7 p.m., will take place at the Beekman Town Hall, 4 Main Street at 7 p.m.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Benalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Mormon?
Aye.
And Supervisor Capucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Okay, this is a resolution of Town Board of the Town of Beekman authorizing the supervisor to take certain actions in settlement of a claim asserted by a former Town of Beekman Highway Department employee. Whereas a former employee of the Town of Beekman Highway Department, the employee, claims that in or about May and August of 2022, he was compelled by the Town of Beekman Highway Superintendent, to expend 30 hours of accrued leave time to cover absences from work caused by the work-related injuries or conditions for which he received workers' compensation benefits. And whereas the employee further claims that the superintendent had not previously required him to expend accrued leave time to cover absences from work caused by work-related injuries or conditions for which he received workers' compensation benefits, and whereas the employee claims that the superintendent required him to so expend his accrued leave time in wrongful retaliation for the employee's assertion of his rights regarding the superintendent allegedly creating a hostile work environment. An employee objecting to the superintendent's claimed ridicule and bullying, and the superintendent purportedly coercing employee into signing a workplace complaint against a fellow employee. And whereas the employee has requested that the town compensate him for the accrued leave time, which he asserts the superintendent compelled him to expend as memorialized herein above, and whereas the employee has intimated to the town...
Intimated.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, it just means,
Intimate.
Yeah, the employee
Intimated.
has intimated to town officials that he is contemplating commencing a lawsuit and/or bringing related administrative claims against the town premised upon the superintendent's herein above alleged misconduct. Now therefore, it is hereby resolved that the town board hereby determines that the cost of defending a lawsuit and/or administrative claim premised upon the superintendent's herein above alleged misconduct will likely far exceed the cost of paying the employee the value of the accrued leave time, which he asserts the superintendent compelled him to expend as memorialized herein above, and let it be further resolved that the town board hereby determines that the employee should only be compensated for the value of said accrued leave time in exchange for a general release in favor of the town from the employee of all lawfully releasable claims which he currently possesses against the town, and let it be further resolved that the town board hereby determines that a one-time payment to the employee as provided for the herein above would be a valid expenditure of municipal resources, as it would limit the exposure of the town and its residents to the greatest extent legally permissible from potential monetary damages and legal costs, including the town's legal expenses and those of the employee, which the town will likely be compelled to reimburse in the event of an unfavorable resolution of a potential lawsuit and/or administrative claim brought by the employee premised upon the superintendent's herein above alleged misconduct, and let it be further resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the town supervisor to offer to pay to the employee the value of 30 hours of accrued leave time at his wage rate, which was in effect as of his last date of employment with the town, in exchange for the employee's execution and delivery to the town of a general release as provided for herein above, and let it be further resolved that the town board hereby authorizes the supervisor to execute any and all documents required to effectuate the terms and conditions of this resolution, subject to the review and approval as to form and contact by the attorney of the town. By the order of town board of the Town of Beekman, New York.
I'll second.
town board discussion?
Sharon got it, I guess.
Hearing none, roll call vote. I'm sorry, did someone?
No, we both said it.
So who am I?
I don't care. Werner
matter,
started
Werner.
first, it's fine.
I'll just put Warner. That's
Okay.
who I heard first. Okay, so
Roll call vote, please.
Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Badalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Mormon?
Aye.
And Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the timber law adopted by the Town of Beekman on December 1st, 2020 requires the services of a qualified professional forester on an as-needed basis for various review, compliance, and written findings when required. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town of Beekman Town Board hereby retains the services of Chris Prentice, Lower Hudson Forestry Services, LLC, at an hourly rate of $85 an hour.
I'll second.
Town Board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
I'm sorry, Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Badalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Mormon?
Aye.
And Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the Town Board of the Town of Beekman adopted Local Law Number 1 of 2022 on September 13th, 2022, amending the process by which the Town Board sets administrative fees and penalties by deleting certain provisions of the Code of the Town of Beekman concerning fees and penalties and replacing them with new schedules that include the authorization for the creation by resolution of the Town Board of a separate fee schedule. Now therefore be it resolved that the Town Board hereby adopts the attached 2022 fee schedule.
I will second it.
Town Board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Badalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Mormon?
Aye.
And Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Whereas the Senior Center has an Oktoberfest scheduled for Thursday, October 27th, 2022, from the hours of 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Recreation Park. And whereas the cost of the meal will be covered by the $11 per person fee for Town of Beekman residents and a $14 per person fee for non-residents, seniors collected for the party. So 11 should say, the first one should say 11 per person for Town of Beekman senior residents.
Okay. Thank you.
We need a friendly
Okay.
amendment to
No.
make that change?
Yeah, let's make a friendly amendment for that change. Second.
So I'll second.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay.
All right, hold on one second.
Now therefore be it resolved that the following expenditures be authorized. Harvest Duo for an amount not to exceed $250. Paper products and associated items for a cost of $100.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote, please.
Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Badalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
And Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
Okay, Resolution 10, payment of claims. Whereas the bookkeeper has ordered and approved claims pursuant to Section 119 of Town Law as set forth in the attached abstracts, be it resolved that the payment therefore is hereby authorized as follows. Claims to be paid from the A General Fund, $92,498.12. Claims to be paid from the DA Highway Fund, $130,069.18. Claims to be paid from the SS Dover Ridge Sewer District, $8,626.80. Claims to be paid from the SW Dover Ridge Water District, $3,473.64. Claims to be paid from T-Trust and Agency Fund, $20,116.63. Claims to be paid from the H Capital Fund, $12,003.71, for a total of $266,788.08. September 15, 22, payroll number 19. Out of the general fund, $36,477.97. Out of the highway fund, $18,800.89, for a total of $55,278.86.
I'll second.
Town board discussion? Hearing none, roll call vote.
Councilman Stiegler?
Aye.
Councilman Badalini?
Aye.
Councilwoman Warman?
Aye.
And Supervisor Cavucci?
Aye.
Resolution passes.
I just wanted to remind the residents that we're having our fall festival on Saturday, October 1st, and there's going to be two amazing events for all ages. From 2 to 4 p.m. at Rec Center Park, they will have crafts, games, and a pumpkin patch. From 4:30 to 6:30 at the Town Center Park, we're going to have a concert by the band Noise in the Basement, and we will have food trucks. Wristbands are required and should be picked up upon entry to the event. Residents and their guests are free. Non-residents are $15 each. Proof of residency in the form of a photo ID and utility bill are required for families that are not already in our system. Wristbands will be available beginning 1:30. Okay? Some of the planned activities for the children is the pumpkin patch, crafts, climb the ladder, basketball shoot, hit the bucket, feed the bear, dog house, putt and win, chalk art, pumpkin bowling, and more. And we had, in the summertime, the band and a concert at TCP, and it was a wonderful event, so I'm hoping that people come out and join us on Saturday.
Mary, do you only need the wristband for the 2 to 4 one, right?
No, she wants the wristband also for,
She's going to give the
she's
wristbands
going to give them out when they get
It's
there.
just to
But the
keep a head
wristband,
count.
yeah, she's just trying to keep a head count at the concert. They can pick them up there, but for the children's stuff, she'd like it ahead of time. Okay, anybody else?
Just a general comment.
Sure.
It's an announcement from the county.
Okay.
County offers veterans complimentary tickets to Big Band Concert, Saturday, October 1st at Red Hook Central School Auditorium. Dutchess County Executive Mark Molinaro and the County Division of Veterans Services is showing the county's appreciation to local veterans and complimentary tickets to the Red Hook VFW 7765's Big Band Concert. The Gene Krupa Story on Saturday, October 1st at 4 p.m. The live musical event honoring veterans will take place at the Red Hook Central School Auditorium, 103 West Market Street, Red Hook. Complimentary tickets are limited to two per veteran, and must be reserved at duchessnewyork.gov/concert, and will be given to veterans who complete the online registration on a first-come, first-served basis.
Okay, anybody else?
Yes, I also have something. New tools help Dutchess County residents prepare for emergencies. September is National Preparedness Month, and the Dutchess County Department of Emergency Response, DER, is helping residents plan ahead for emergencies with new tools, including the Ready Dutchess mobile application for planning and updates, and a new voluntary access and functional needs, AFN registry, for those who may need additional assistance leaving their home in the event of an emergency or evacuation. Ready Dutchess app provides anyone with a smartphone or tablet the latest information during an emergency, from push notifications about local road or facility closures and severe weather updates to planning tools and checklists. The app provides users various resources and links. The app also includes a link for users to register for the county's new access and functional needs AFN registry. Residents who have a physical or mental disability and would need assistance leaving their home quickly in the event of emergency are encouraged to sign up so resources can be planned accordingly during an emergency event. The AFN registry is intended for those who live independently or without living support and would require additional assistance such as transportation, mobility support, or a place to stay for major emergency or disaster required evacuation. This voluntary list would only be shared with local municipalities, county, state, and federal agencies involved in emergency response efforts to identify who is in need and where to focus resources. Registration and additional information are available online at duchessnewyork.gov, AFN registry, or by calling Department of Emergency Response, DER, at 845-486-2080. Thank you.
Okay. So, our next special town board meeting is Tuesday, October 4th, 2022 at 7 p.m. That is basically going to be a 5-minute meeting. It's a formality. The town clerk presents the tentative budget to us. We're going to accept it, and that's it. There'll be no other business conducted at that meeting. There'll be no time for public comments. It's just a formality. And then we will have our regular town board meeting Tuesday, October 11th, 2022 at 7 p.m. Anybody else? Okay. I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay. Thank you, everyone, for coming.